Hey there, history buffs! Today, I'm diving into one of the strangest and most dramatic practices from medieval Europe, trial by combat. Imagine this. You've been accused of a crime, and instead of a jury deciding your fate, you face off against your accuser in a fight to the death. This was the bizarre reality of trial by combat, a legal practice that persisted for centuries. Trial by combat dates back to the early Middle Ages, around the 9th century. It was believed that God would grant victory to the righteous, ensuring that justice was served. But in reality, it was more about brute strength and less about divine intervention. Picture this. Two armored knights, swords clashing, in a battle of life and death. The winner was declared innocent, while the loser, well, faced a grim fate. But trial by combat wasn't limited to knights and nobles. Even commoners could demand a trial by combat to resolve disputes. One of the most famous instances was the case of Jean de Carouge and Jacques Legris in 1386. This dramatic duel was later depicted in the movie The Last Duel. In some areas, women could also demand trial by combat. They often fought with different rules, sometimes using sacks of stones to make it a fairer fight. But the practice wasn't just about physical combat. There were also champions, hired fighters, who would stand in for those too old, weak, or infirm to fight for themselves. Imagine being able to hire a professional duelist to fight your battle. As the centuries progressed, trial by combat began to fall out of favor. The rise of more structured legal systems and the influence of the church pushed societies towards more rational methods of justice. But did you know that trial by combat technically remained on the books in some places until surprisingly recently? In England, it wasn't officially abolished until 1819. And even more shockingly, there was a famous case in 1818 where a man named Abraham Thornton invoked his right to trial by combat to clear his name of murder charges. The court was so stunned that they had no choice but to let him go free. So why has this bizarre practice captivated so many minds even today? Trial by combat represents a time when justice was raw and primal, and fate was decided by the swing of a sword. And there you have it, the odd and fascinating history of trial by combat. It's a stark reminder of how far our legal systems have come, and how much they've evolved. If you found this journey into medieval justice intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more historical deep dives. Until next time, stay curious.